What's up, you guys? It's Raymond. I just want to quickly, before we get this video kicked off, let you guys know that initially I had a different video planned, but I got super sick, so I apologize for not having like a full-on riding video for you guys. But if you guys want to get a riding video, cruise on back on Friday. I'll make sure to have something for you, but I wanted to make sure to get at least something out for you guys. So today's video is going to be relatively short and sweet. It's kind of be like kind of to the point and just quick for you, information and whatnot. But also I want to let you guys know we're currently sitting at the set for the Zoned Out podcast, which the very first episode of the Zoned Out podcast is dropping this Friday. So if you guys want to catch our very first episode, Matt and I just kind of sit down, introduce to you guys exactly who I am, who Matt is, what we're about, and kind of let you guys know exactly what the podcast is going to be about. So if you're into podcasts, check us out. YouTube channel link will be right here, so if you guys want to click that card, it'll take you straight over to the Zoned Out channel. Obviously there's no content on there just yet, so get ready for that, and all other links will be included for you guys very, very soon. If you guys want to check us out on Instagram, that link is in the description below. It's at Zoned Out Podcast. But today we're going to be talking about two different sets of wheels that a lot of times people are torn on getting. We have both of these wheels as well as many other wheel brands over here at Scooter Zone. So if you guys are looking to get some parts, check us out, thescooterzone.com. But the two wheels that we're going to be talking today are going to be the Lambo wheels, an extremely popular wheel today, mainly because of the fact that they're extremely light, 26mm wide PU, 120mm diameter wheel. ABAC 9 bearings come in these wheels, so that's pretty sick from Envy. And so it's going to be between this wheel and the tri-bearing wheels, which is a 30mm wide wheel, 120mm diameter. Sorry, I was going to say circumference, not circumference. Same bearings come included in these wheels, but there's 3 in this wheel, hence the name tri-bearing. And these have a little bit of a kind of tread on them. So we're going to be talking about these two wheels and kind of comparing the two and explaining to you guys what the differences are. Now, before I move forward, I want to let you guys know I don't have all of the colors in the tri-bearings. I believe the two that I'm missing are the blue on black as well as the white on oil slick. So I don't have those two right here. But this wheel comes in 7 different options, which are the two I just said, as well as black on black, the Galaxy on black, which is a super cool wheel. I'm riding this wheel right now on my scooter. The black on gold colorway, as well as a gold on black colorway, and the clear on silver, raw, polished, whatever you want to call that color on the actual core. And this one also has like kind of a little Envy logo on the inside of the wheel, so that's kind of neat. As for the Lambos, they come in, of course, a black on black colorway, a black on chrome, again polished, raw, whatever you want to call this, silver, and a black on oil slick colorway, all of which are extremely popular. But yeah, those are the 3 colors that the Lambos come in. I do wish that these came in a different color urethane. Like, it'd be really cool to see a Lambo in like a blue on black colorway or something like that, but hey, as of right now, these kill it, so I'm cool with black. So the two main differences between these wheels, I'm just gonna grab these 2 colors. So I'm gonna grab the Galaxy and the oil slick right here. So the 2 main differences of these wheels, of course, is gonna be the width. That's the main thing everybody's gonna be looking at. 30mm wide, what's the advantages of a 30mm wide versus a 26? Main advantages are gonna be the fact that you have a little more lean, and some people claim to have a little bit more grip when it comes to the 30mm wide wheels. Me personally, I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like I've gotten the same amount of grip on this Lambo wheel as I have on the 30mm wide wheel. But some people do claim that that's a big advantage. The one main thing that I have found to be not a massive upgrade, but something that's definitely worth kind of looking out for, is the fact that I believe the 30mm wide wheels hold their speed for a little bit longer than the 26mm Lambos. Now, let me explain. I'm not saying these are faster. I believe that these go essentially the same speed. I mean, it's the same diameter wheel, but I believe that this wheel holds its speed longer than this wheel does. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up and reiterate that. These are much heavier than a Lambo wheel is. You got more core here. It's a wider core, so you're gonna have more metal. You got more urethane. You have a lot more hardware and bearings on the inside of this wheel. So these are a much heavier wheel. Do I feel it? Not necessarily. I don't necessarily feel a huge difference when it's on my scooter, but there is a difference. There is. It's just not as large as you would think. It's not like this is a 30mm, 120mm full core or something like that. But there is a difference. The thing that I like the most about the tri-bearing wheels is honestly gonna be like this little bit of tread. I just like the idea of dropping in and that little like high-pitched, for lack of a better term, I'm just gonna call it like a squeal or a squeak, and I like it. It kind of sounds like a bike does in like a video game. It's just kind of a neat thing. It's something that I haven't experienced in any other wheel before, so it's just kind of an interesting take to have on your scooter when you're riding. So that thing's kind of cool. What else do I like about this wheel? I do like the core design on this wheel. I think it's really neat. I think it's pretty unique as well. Lots of triangular kind of shapes in here, as well as this sort of oval one on the bottom. It's definitely a cool and unique looking wheel. I think the colorways in this wheel are extremely nice. I love this Galaxy colorway, hence the reason I'm riding on my scooter right now. And I've ridden tri-bearings now. I've had 3 sets in total on my scooter. And these wheels came out about, I think it was like about 2 years ago or so. I could be a little bit off on that, but I'm pretty sure it was about 2 years ago. And Envy definitely tried to like kind of break the mold on a couple things when it came to, like, for example, the tri-bearing wheels, or the tri-bearings system, sorry. And the whole reason behind that is gonna be kind of a strength factor. So the idea is that when you land really hard on your wheels, this kind of widens that load of pressure that goes on your actual bearings when you're riding. And that is in hopes to make your bearings last a little bit longer, which I do agree with, for sure. Kind of, like I said, widens that load a little bit. The only thing I don't like about having that tri-bearing system is taking the bearings out. Kind of is a little bit difficult sometimes. So if you guys need to take these bearings out, I would recommend getting a press, or going to somebody that you know that has a press, like Scooter Zone. We have a press. If you guys need to change your bearings out on this, no problem, we got you. And the fact that, of course, you need 3 bearings instead of having 2. So you're gonna have to buy a full set of bearings as opposed to just buying 4 like you would a Lambo. But again, there's some huge cons here. Like I said, if you want to hold your speed for a little bit longer, you got that. You want to feel that little bit of grip. Again, I don't personally feel that, but some people swear by it. So if you want a little bit more grip, it's a good option here. You do have a little more lean, which is nice, but I don't necessarily put that in the same category as grip. I really just call that lean, which makes sense because it's a 30mm wide wheel. Because you have more surface area here, you should have more lean. But that's all the things about the tri-bearings that I like, pros and cons, things like that. Now Lambos. I've ridden Lambos many times, mainly because of the fact that these have been out for longer than the tri-bearings have been. But you guys have seen this wheel in my video thousands of times. Things I love about this wheel, it is extremely light, extremely light, and most of the time with a light wheel, you're gonna suffer because of the fact that usually they break really fast. And I'm really honest with you guys when it comes to any parts that I ride, any parts that Envy makes. I'm extremely honest. So if you guys, if the part sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks, okay? It's like, I just wanna reiterate that. A lot of people think that I just say Envy parts are good because I have to. It's not true. As for the Lambo wheels, again, love these wheels. These wheels have lasted me a long time. I've never actually broken a Lambo wheel. Granted, I don't ride my parts long enough to the point to where they will break. I usually change them out when they get to be worn or like super scratched up or something. So once my wheels start to really like round off, or not round off, they start to like kind of square off, is usually when I change them over. But the fact that these wheels make it to that point is honestly amazing. Because of the fact that, like I said, they're extremely light. Now, what do I think about that 26mm wide PU? Again, I feel like it's the same amount of grip that the 30mm wides have, which is sick. And not many wheels actually have this 26mm PU because it's extremely hard to make that. You need like a special cutting system and like a machine and everything like that to get that kind of hangover off of the end of your wheel. And Envy was actually the first company to ever do that, which is really cool. Most of the wheels that you see today kind of have just a flat profile on the side. So if you put your, like for example, a tri-bearing, right? If I put my hand on the side of this, I'm getting urethane and core. Like it's the same depth, right? But if you look at this wheel, there's a bit of a lip here, and that is not an easy thing to do. And initially the goal was to kind of protect the core on the wheel. I don't think it really, you really need it, but I do like the feel of the 26mm wide PU versus a 24. Now that's where there is a large difference. That 24mm wide wheel to a 26, I think there's a massive difference there versus the massive difference that comes with the 26 to the 30. Okay, so if you're running 24s, you want a little more grip, I would definitely say go to something a little bit wider because you really don't get much grip on those at all. But some people like that. What else do I like about these wheels? I love the look of this actual wheel. Some people will kind of argue the fact, let's just take the oil slick out of it, because a lot of people don't like oil slick, but a lot of people love oil slick. I like oil slick, I think it's really, really cool. But let's just go to like a black on black, right? There's a lot going on in this wheel. So this 10 spoke kind of design is really interesting, just because it's a very unique wheel. I think that's one of the main reasons that these wheels are so popular, is because they don't look like any other wheel. What other scooter wheel out there looks like that? I don't know of any. I know of some other very busy core designs. For example, this is a very busy core design as well. Not to say that there's any wheels that are extremely similar, but I see similar ideas. I don't see anything similar to a Lambo wheel. And I absolutely love these wheels. I always have. I'll probably end up going back to these again, just because of the fact that I'm not super crazy about the tri-bearing system right now, just because it is a little bit heavier and I kind of want to go a little bit lighter again on my scooter. I feel like the tri-bearings are something that kind of a lot of street dudes like right now, which is perfectly fine. I just personally want the Lambos back on my scoot. I don't do a lot of grinds, so I don't have to worry about this kind of edge over lip. That is one thing I will say about these wheels is, if you're doing like a feeble grind, you have like that little lip that I was talking about earlier that's hard to duplicate and make. That does kind of rub on like a ledge or a curve or something like that you're grinding. So if you're going kind of slow and you're trying to do like a feeble on something that's kind of like a sort of like, for lack of a better terminology, like kind of mellow, and it's not like a sharp edge, it's sort of a mellow edge, this is gonna rub on the side of that. So if you're not used to that, you gotta get used to it. But those are the main differences between the two. Which one do I like more? Of course, like I said earlier, there's kind of pros and cons between these two wheels. I think the one that I like more is probably still the Lambo wheels, because of the fact that they're very light and fast, just as fast as these. But I like these two because of the fact that they have that kind of tread sound. I think it's really, really neat, and they have definitely the optimal color choice opposed to the Lambo wheels, just because you have a whole bunch of different urethane colors, which I think a lot of people like. But regardless, both are incredible wheels. Like I said earlier, you can get both of these wheels here at Scooter Zone. I believe the Lambos and the tri-bearings they're pretty close when it comes to price, about $100 for the pair, give or take a few bucks. Solid wheels if you're looking at either one of them. Make sure if you are looking at the 30 mils though, make sure that the fork that you have is a 30mm compatible fork. So if you're running an SOB V3 fork, you can't run these wheels. You need to get a Declare fork, or if you have a straight up stock Prodigy, this will fit as long as it's an S8 and above. Yeah, so if you want to check these out, make sure you have the proper parts to use these, all right? And if you just buy the wheels, they do not come with the spacers, so you have to buy the spacers separately, okay? So just a little fair warning there, but these are perfectly fine for any 24mm compatible fork and or deck, which is every fork and deck in the market today. So great choice, great choice. That's today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Sorry I wasn't like a huge riding video and things like that. Do not forget, lights are turning off. Hey, I'm still here. Do not forget, you guys, Zoned Out podcast drops this Friday. So all of the links that you need to check out will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much as always for all the love and support. I'll be back on Friday with a riding video. Thanks guys, till next time, I'm out. Later.